breaking news.
I'm Lauren Traeger. We're interrupting programming right now with some breaking news that we have been following for some time. There is a massive fire happening right now at a rail yard in Dupo that's forcing evacuations in a nearby neighborhood. You're taking a live look at Powerhouse Sky Zoom 4 over the scene right now. You can see those heavy flames and thick black smoke. Now, this is on Main Street, right in the heart of Dupo. Just within the last few minutes, we have learned that residents in the nearby Adams subdivision are being told to leave their homes, go to the nearby East Carondelet Community Center in order to evacuate that area. Now, we have counted more than a dozen cars that you can see are derailed on that video right there. Just a fire raging at the scene, that thick black smoke pluming into the air. Also, just a few moments ago, we saw firefighters trying to work to put out some flames in the area. They were spraying some type of foam or flame retardant material onto what appears to be like a drainage ditch or some sort of water that is going through that area. So they were spraying some foam on there in an effort to tamp down some of those flames to keep them from spreading. As we have seen, the derailment has sparked fires across a large area of this rail yard, and there is that thick black smoke that is spewing high into the air, can be seen for miles. Our Russell Kinsall is on the ground there after we've just confirmed at least one neighborhood is being forced to evacuate. Russell, what do we know about that, and what are you seeing on the ground?
Lauren, right now I'm on Main Street in Dupo, right near Carondelet Avenue, which is the entrance to the Union Pacific Rail Yard. I'll step out of the way, and these flames that you see behind me, just on the other side of that berm, we cannot see the rail cars themselves, but the flames continue to roll right over here behind us and sending off a very large plume of black smoke. Now, a witness told me that he heard a loud bang and he saw a fireball go up from that very location. He said the fire in this Union Pacific Rail Yard started right there. It continues to burn. We're not smelling any sort of foul smell, any sort of odor in particular that might give us an indication of what is over there and what is burning, but the wind is blowing to the north pretty strongly. Now, as Chris Stoley, my photographer, pans to the left, we can still see a little bit of smoke from the rail cars on the west side of this rail yard that are burning. We understand from a witness something like 16 to 17 cars burning over on the west side. That was producing the largest plume of black smoke earlier. We could see it for miles when we left downtown St. Louis to drive here. That is much smaller, but apparently there are flare-ups because we see that plume of smoke get larger at times. But let me show you where I am. The entrance to the Union Pacific Rail Yard is right over here. That's Carondelet. That's where you can cross the tracks and go over to East Carondelet on the west side to that subdivision that's being evacuated, but that's being blocked right now. Anybody that drives through Dupo will recognize the control tower here and the entrance to this rail yard. But the flames and the smoke continue to pour out from this rail yard back behind me, where witnesses say the fire started right back here. We're working to gather more details about what led to that and what people are doing here to react nearby, and if more evacuations are coming, we'll have more of that coming up later. Live in Dupo, Russell Kinsall, News 4.
All right, Russell, thanks very much. As you reported, no foul smell coming from that area, but we are working to see what, if any, contaminants may be in that area, what those train cars were loaded up with. We want to give you a live look now from our roof camera. This is from above the News 4 studios. You can just see that smoke is visible truly for miles, just that large column of black smoke that's been rising up into the air for some time now. We've actually heard from a number of our viewers who have been calling in about this. Russell gave us a good sense of the scene there, but just so you know, Dupo is south of Cahokia. It's just across from the river from the JB Bridge, so you could possibly see it from the Missouri side as well if you were traveling in that area. Again, a lot of questions that we are working to gather right now from first responders and the firefighters on the scene. We don't know exactly what is burning. Obviously, when you're talking about trains, there's going to be fuel there, but we don't know if those train cars themselves contained any type of materials that would be fueling this fire in those train cars. We also don't know at this time if there were any injuries that were reported. That's another question that we are asking. But we do have a number of crews now working to get to that area. We are monitoring the view, of course, from the Sky Zoom 4 as well. As soon as we have new information, we're going to bring it to you on our website, on News 4 here on air, as well as our mobile app. But for now, we will send you back to regular programming.